Hello and welcome to another edition of Local Yokel. And this is going to be a continuation of footage I had from the International Freedom Festival fireworks. They call it now the Ford Fireworks. Aptly named because they're the title sponsor, and what a fabulous fireworks presentation it was. And my evil twin enjoyed it immensely. There's still a music scene going on here. You can get authentic Cuban cigars here in Canada. Somehow the U.S. gets their panties in a bunch with Cuba and all that, and we have that trade embargo and all that. I know it was the Cuban Missile Crisis, but boy, we can hold a grudge, right? Okay, I was waiting for the traffic in the tunnel to go down. I figured a couple hours probably would be good. Look at this nice fire department for the children, the youngsters. But yeah, I think we need to promote. There's my free parking spot. We need to promote South Detroit as a nice touristy area, certainly for the region. All right, so just before 1, I guess it is. I'm hoping that the traffic is not backed up. And sure enough, it went lickety-split, got through. Great. So it was a long day and evening, but well worth the trip. I have a passport, which is cool, but you can do the enhanced driver's license if you like. Passport's good for 10 years. I'm not sure. You pay extra for that enhanced driver's license, but what that if it's for 4 years or however long your license is good for. All right, exit 202, Telegraph, and just north of Van Born is the humble abode. I was looking here. I think I'm going to go the value thing, Rodeo Burger, but I think it went up from $1.99. But I could be mistaken. But, okay. Well, yeah, that was it for that night. So we're going to press stop. And we're going to go to the next tape. So we'll see the Honolulu blue screen just for a little bit. And we'll start out. And then to round out the top of the hour, I'm going to go retro to the Kentucky Derby footage from the year 2000. So if you're into that kind of stuff, stay tuned for the last 10 minutes. This was June 28th, was a Friday. My friend Trish said, yeah, they are really tearing in to the Sears Plaza, and you should take a look before it's all gone. So I've been kind of checking it out. This is a huge urban planning to do, certainly for the downriver area in the city of Lincoln Park and part of Allen Park too. But the city of Lincoln Park, the main city here, they promote themselves and they use that moniker that they're the crossroads of downriver. And certainly one of the crossroads could be considered Dix Road and Southfield Road. Dix Toledo, Dixie Highway, any number of names Dix Toledo goes by, whatever floats your boat. But yeah, I was worried that they might take the Sears Tower down. We got to keep that water tower up there. You can take that. I think that looks like a water tank there, but yeah, they're about halfway through here. So they're making good progress now. They have an ATM you can use here, 24-hour. The Bank of America will stay. Do some people remember the Star Theater? That's been a while. Like Generation AI probably doesn't even remember when a theater was there and when there was a Harmony House. Here's like the tumbleweed kind of thing. You'd think he'd be out west or whatever, but yeah, they need to cut the grass. But yeah, for lease though, new retail development. So if you want to be part of this revamped project for what to do in this neighborhood, this is urban planning. So if you got a business idea and you want to do something, I would contact those developers lickety split. They got the heavy artillery out here. The sidewalk is compromised a little bit here. Some muscle car action. Here's a John Deere. This one's a doozy. I know it's spelled Doozen, but you got to call it doozy. I'm just saying. And then Caterpillar. I have some work boots that the cat makes. But that's their logo there. So that's the 349F model. And I'm not sure what this attachment here is. If it's just pound the concrete down to make it nice firm footing, but it looks like it's got a jaw action there too. Volvo and another cat. So yeah, what to do with this property? Wow, they have an opportunity to do something fabulous here. So I'm curious what the plans are and how this is all going to play out. It could be a nice focal point for the downriver area. And this is your advertisement, you know, like your landmark. They could paint that sucker up, have artists every 10 years maybe put a different design. There was a design here with the tile pattern. This was the Farmer Jack store. And so this is part of the development property here. It just touches on Allen Park just a little bit. I had a view up there on the Sears Tower, and gosh darn, I wanted to get another view from up there because you can see for miles around, but they welded the door shut. So, have to go to archival video to see any more of that. The Del Taco is down there, and it's 24-hour. Which is a great thing because a lot of people are looking for late night eats. Made it back to the Maverick. DET.com is the website. And we're living in a winter wonderland. Okay, I brought the map out so you can see Allen Park there and Lincoln Park. Lincoln Park is shaped like a kidney. All right, Fort Street, that's a big one right there. Fort Street in Southfield, Highway 85, I think that's County Road, right? And then Dix there. So the two, Southfield is 39. And there you see, well, trucks getting in the way. And another truck down in front. But yeah, Allen Park. There you see their thing. So, yeah, we're going to have to check, keeping an eye what happens here. This will be interesting to see how they develop this property. Because Midtown Dearborn could use a little work, too. Here's Thunderbolt. The holiday train goes right by Thunderbolt and right by the Giant Tire and the Hill, as it is affectionately known. Not Fairlane Park, or what do they call it? They got a crazy name nobody knows. It's the Hill. Ecorse, River Rouge. I think Zug Island is actually part of the city of River Rouge. Zug Island. Tourist attraction if there ever was one. All right, Parts and Labor. It's a public house, but they have live music here. So I said it's been a while, so let's check this out. Yep, this was a Friday night. It was, I guess, called Mel's Bar and Grill. They changed the name. But we'll just do a little spin around the walls, just seeing what they got here. We'll take a closer look. This reminds me of the Dirty Show keyhole that I have, a neon light that lights up. But yeah, wow, for mature audiences only. And remind me to buy a package of Lucky Strike, because apparently the pretty ladies like Lucky Strike. All right, there's some heavy artillery, some fighting machines. But yeah, they have some old photographs and stuff. Look at burger and fries, $7.99. Every day, 12 to 6. So that's not a bad gig. All right, well, I had some time. They had 3 bands. It was a $10 cover. And I just caught the end of the second band. So they got to do the stage, change around a few things around. I'll come back. All right, Freddie, I know this guy. He used to have Bellows Pizza on Beach Daily, just north of Van Born Road in the city of South Dearborn Heights. His pizza is irregular, though. It's not like a complete circle. But, yeah, Freddie the Pizza Man, good guy. And this restaurant, or sold out, so they sell out a lot. You got to be careful. You got to get there early and often kind of thing. All right, I knew there was this cool church back here. And churches are great for community meeting spaces. So you get to know what's happening in the community, and you know, you serve the local area where you're at, so you know the needs of your constituents. Nice steeple there, right at Ruth Street. I like Melvindale. It's the little city with a big heart. So nice brick pattern here. Holds up the mailbox. Elite Air Products. But look, free air over here, and it actually works. A lot of times they'll charge you for that, and it's time, so you got to work quick. But free air, yeah. If you have good air pressure in your tires, it'll improve your fuel mileage. Very important. So Allen Road here in Oakwood. So McDonald's and a Burger King, they do compete, but Sabina's, this is the place. Polish and American cuisine. And I went with my parents here not too long ago. We really enjoyed the meal here. So closed Sunday and Monday. So Tuesday through Friday, 10-8, and Saturday, 11-8. And it's good home-cooked like meals, stick to your ribs kind of thing. Across the way, Frank's Auto Supply. They usually come to Melvindale when they have like their homecoming, their football homecoming. They have a parade and a big to-do. It's a lot of fun. The city does it up. All right, so I'm going to head back to parts and labor. We're familiar with that term. If you've ever taken your car in for work, they have to give you the price, parts and labor, and then tax. You know, add that too. But yeah, it's music on, so we'll listen in for a little bit here. We'll do some headbanging. Well, alrighty then. Yeah, that was some heavy metal music there. And yeah, they have live band action certainly on the weekends, and then they have jazz. I think it was Tuesdays. I'd have to get their schedule again, but they do the Facebook thing. There's a family portrait. That's a classic one there. Yeah, an interesting bar, and certainly if you like live music, to me it's like the downriver version of the Lager House on Michigan Avenue. So 3 bands performed, and so they got T-shirts and swag and all that. I picked up a sticker thing here. I always like to do that. Omnis, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Ooh, a bunny rabbit. My, oh my. Again, for mature audiences only. Downriver Rat, that's a thing. This is not a punk house. It's a punk home. Yeah. So I think all are welcome here. No matter what genre of music you really like, I think you might find something depending on what day of the week it is. But yeah, there is diversity in music for sure. Not everybody likes the same old, but certainly it looks like Friday nights are a good night to do the peace pipe kind of thing and enjoy some heavy metal music. Here, register your band on Rockin' Detroit. So I think if you're in the music scene, you know how all this stuff works. The second gig, or the first act we saw, apparently that band was from St. Louis. You are watching Motor Capital. A lot of people signed in. There's Marty, and we both like the blues, for sure. That's my style mainly, but I like country too, like rock and roll. Sometimes I can deal with gospel and jazz, and if you know. All right, I got a white space up there, blank space. I had every intention at one time to repaint the kitchen, so I had a few pig roast parties. Here's that keyhole thing I was telling you about. But I got to shut the lights off, and it shows up a lot better when it's dark. But yeah, got to get close enough to press it. The battery might be wearing down a little bit, losing some power. But yeah, look at that. Changes colors and all number of things. It's great. So I can always use that expression, you know. Hey, baby, you want to see my art collection? Ooh. What happened there? Uh-oh. Oh, hopefully that doesn't. I had a bad spot in the tape. Let me see if I can fast forward through this. Uh-oh. This is not good. Wow. Bad spot in the tape. It said something. Okay, now I finally got through it. Wowie kazowie. We have some difficulty here. Technical and whatnot difficulties. Please stay tuned. All right, Detroit Golf Club, but we had the Rocket Mortgage Classic thing. And I wanted to check that all out. So I'm going to head up that way. And this, I think, is the University District neighborhood, but this borders along the Detroit Golf Club. A lot of nice homes. So this road right here, and I couldn't tell you how much these homes go for, but they would look great out in a nice suburb and all that. I'm right where the blue dot is. But yeah, on the western edge of the Detroit Golf Club. So I wanted to see what kind of view you can get from out here. They do have a fence set up, but a lot of the neighbors had parties and whatnot, and they could see from the back of their house a view onto the course. And I'm sure, well, they had a spot here open where you could get in, and it's an entrance for the neighbors, the people that know it and whatnot. You get your tickets now with your phone, so you show your phone, and this is an entrance point. You just have to crisscross a fairway here. Yeah, hopefully I don't have to redo this. Sometimes when I get a glitch in the tape there, then I can't upload it. It won't finalize or whatever. I'm not sure if I'm going to have an issue, but oh yeah, after all these years, I should have this down like a science, but no. Every time a lot of times you can get thrown a curveball. Here's looking kind of in. One of the entrance guys, he's going to let me get a closer peek in here, but you can see part of the gallery as they're walking across to and fro. Here's like the leaderboard. This was Saturday, so this was going to round out the third round. And boy, was it hot and humid this day. Wow, I was sweating bullets, and I was just walking around. Now, I think that's one of the players there. I couldn't tell you who it is. He's trying to line up a shot. Looks like the gallery's checking out what he's about to do. But he really took a good look at it. I was waiting patiently. Let's go back and see if he's ready now. Yeah, still sizing it up. There we go. There we go. And I see the ball bouncing across there. Hopefully it's stuck on the green. All right, this house I think is getting worked on, but some of these homes, they got some nice digs. You know, for the longest time, I think Detroit was kind of like one of those, like Trump would say, like a shithole city, or he'd say shithole country. But I think Detroit was dispatched as not having anything worthy. But you'd be surprised. The French have the word or expression au contraire, which is like much to the contrary. Detroit has a lot of stately, solid homes for sure. All right, Detroit. Now, this I think was brought out this year. I could be wrong. This is the first time I've seen this. I saw it on the TV coverage. All right, Log Cabin Day was Sunday. I'm taking that. It's the next Sunday. Doesn't have a date on there, but they got music, food, entertainment, it looked like. All right. So they got a piece of artwork here. You can see your reflections and stuff. A stainless steel or something, but yeah, you can enter the portal. There's different style lamp posts and street lights and so forth. I don't know. There's like 8 different designs over the years, and I think if you go to different parts of the city, I mean, there would probably be experts. Again, there's niche markets for everything, so I'm sure there's one on the street lights. And if you could probably check out all the different designs if you got yourself a whole day to do it. All right. So the Detroit police were out here, and they were doing a fantastic job keeping everything orderly, the finest. So they have a mobile command post there. Here's some golf fans of the lady variety. I like when they wear those golf skirts, those pleated skirts they have. Then you know they're like not just fans, they're actually golfers kind of thing. Then they had a board scrolling on the bottom. They went alphabetically. I was trying to patiently wait for the leaderboard, and I waited and waited, and then I gave up. Took too long. But you can get here by bus. In fact, that's what they encourage you to do. So they got all these different parking places, and then you got to just make sure you get on the right bus when you come back. Oakland Community College was one. These people were playing Frisbee golf. I don't know how big of a course they have here, If it's like a 9-hole course, and watch, he's going to throw, whipped it like overhand kind of thing. So there's probably different throwing patterns. All right, they got an apple orchard here with red apples and green apples. So note to self, come back here in harvest time. Just kidding, I'm sure but it's a good thing. I'm sure somebody harvests the apples, for the community and all that. But look at all these like stately homes and everything. We're going to get to the other side of the block here pretty soon, though, and I'll just show you. It can change pretty lickety split. It was a good cloud day, and there was some plane action. I had thought, oh, look at this urban farming. Their front yard is like a potato, or not a potato. It's either pumpkin patch or cucumbers or squash. It's kind of had that vine type action. There's a Coney Island here. Yeah, this is 6 Mile. And yeah, things can get a little dicey once you hit 6 Mile. Got to be careful. It gets a little sideways. If you might know of this bar, Menjo's, that's where Madonna cut her teeth. I guess she did her music thing and everybody would dance to it, and she kind of figured things out, and then she got popular. But they got a liquor place, and that decorative steel barbed wire kind of thing is always a good look. But yeah, the other side of the street's Highland Park, and yeah, it can get, a lot of homes here actually are abandoned. So I don't know Highland Park's thing about tearing down structures that are kind of unsafe, but and I wouldn't doubt for some people you got to live somewhere, so I'm sure there's a homeless population that will do what they got to do, get into the survival mode. We all kind of have to do that. Okay, zeal, enthusiasm, imagination, love, faith, peace, respect. I like this mural. It's on the side of a liquor store. But yeah, they got the buses coming and going. Not many people really parked in the immediate area. Oh, they got a playground, but I think it's adults only for that playground. But yeah, tons of buses. But I made it here. This is Woodward Avenue, and there's some stately, well-done apartment buildings that are like top-notch. I'd love it. They're probably wood floors on the inside. Just probably some of the details are just gorgeous, because if you can spend this amount of time and energy on the brickwork on the outside, you just got to figure the inside is to match also. But yeah, this is sharp. But it's in the city of Highland Park, I know, so it's got that to deal with. But times will change. These young whippersnappers, I don't think, care as much as we have in the past. La Vogue is the name of that one. Here's another apartment building, and just as stately, and just the detail. I mean, you could have put up a rectangular box. It would have been a lot cheaper. But no, they spent the extra time and money and detail and made it look snazzy and sharp. All right, well, across the way, I just know this from in the past, there's an Italian restaurant. Oh, yeah. It's kind of hiding back there, but there's kind of like a garden area. Here's looking down Woodward. Anyways, but I stepped inside this Italian restaurant, La Dolce Vita, taking a look at the menu. You can hear some music in the background, too, a piano thing. Here, listen. La Dolce Vita, and they have a brunch Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. This is the outdoor garden thing, so they got some statues and whatnot. Here's looking across at Palmer Park, so they have a nice sculpture there also. Little fountain thing with a little water drizzling. But yeah, you could eat outdoors here under an umbrella. An umbrella here, like a pineapple on top for a fountain. They got these like little mini palm trees. Yeah, this is a fancy place. They got it going on. They got a DJ that was playing tunes outside. Look at a Rolls Royce. So some of the well-heeled come here. I wasn't dressed for this place. It was hot and humid. I had shorts and a T-shirt, so I just got a Coke and just yeah, because it's well-heeled people here. Some people with money, and I'm sure once the golf was over, they got a decent crowd. But yeah, people in the know about that place, and if you like Italian food, well, you saw the menus, you got an idea of the prices, but yeah, people in the know about it. Here, if you're into highways, this was the first stretch of highway ever. And so, how about all that? We have a lot of history in Detroit. We could certainly make a nice tour of the city. Okay, they got a log cabin, and so I wanted to check that out again because now it's like open to the public, and there's that ice cream social kind of thing. I don't know if that's just on Sunday. It's not every Sunday, I don't think. They got an ice cream truck. They got a horseshoe above the door. That's for good luck. Okay, here's the log cabin. So a mini chimney. And then they got like stained glass in there. And they got rocking chairs. Look at that nice glass. So I'll have to check the log cabin when it's open sometime. It wasn't open on this particular Saturday. This is the handball court thing. Well, the sign says so. Nobody was playing it. That would be interesting to watch people play handball. And it says go to the left. Yeah, so Palmer Woods, Palmer Park. I always get those confused, but there's a wooded area back here. Surprisingly, it wasn't mosquito infested, but I think if I stood still for a little bit, I probably would have gotten eaten up. There's obstacles I decided to go around, but there's little trails. This one, I had to go up and over, but I'm still limber enough that a fallen tree isn't going to stop me. But here's the golf course. It was a public course. This surprised me. I said, wait a second. It looks overgrown, and I don't see anyone golfing on it. That's an awesome tree right there. But I said, yeah, what's going on? I do not know. This was hole number 5. The sign is not completely there. All right, going further up Woodward, Psychedelic Healing Shack. People in the know about this place. But they have nice artwork along the side of the building. I think it's Woodward, Main Street, Detroit. They had some vendors, I think, across the way. Here's a cat with an arched back. Let my people go. Yeah, well, we got a free Palestine, right? They should be free. We've gone on a long time. They're kind of like occupied. I'm not quite sure how that all works out, but we should make it where people can control their own destiny kind of thing. We got to work on that. Like I said in a prior show, we'll get artificial intelligence. We'll plug the AI supercomputer thing with everything it needs to know and have it spit out an answer as to how we can have peace. So people just don't arbitrarily die like collateral damage, that kind of thing. There's too much collateral damage already. There's like 38,000 people that have died in Gaza, and how many in Ukraine? And a lot of Russians have died too, those people. Now, here was an old mural they kept. It was a chocolate factory. I forget the name of the factory and store, but they did a mural, and the Gilbert Family Foundation has to be commended for that. If you're quick with your phone, oh, not enough time. There's a Shroom Groove But here, yeah, just up the street, Dutch Girl Donuts, and a lot of people were freaked out when they said they closed this place, but they found another owner, and I'm not even sure if they're actually open now. I know they've announced things. They may be officially open, because it looks like they're set up where they can do the donut thing. You can park in back, but limit 15 minutes, so they must do a pretty good turnover. All right, so I walked northwest up to 7 Mile, or in a northwesterly direction, because that's the way Woodward goes. It's on an angle. But here is the church that's been in the news lately, Perfecting Church, the church that takes over like 30 years to build. Look, there's 3 crosses there, so it's like the Trinity type thing. One for the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost kind of thing. But we'll see, there's only 1 cross up there. So they got to add 2. But I think they're going to start construction on the church again. They're going to try to finish it. Here's the butterfly. Now, there's a thing with when a butterfly flaps its wings, it sets off in motion all number of things that happen around the world. I did not know all that, but now I'm wary, or I watch. It's cool, butterflies and stuff, but you gotta watch the reaction. All right, 12th precinct. So they got good police protection. There's a nice house. Here's again that Detroit. They spelled Detroit perfectly there. The golf ball makes the O. Great. They got some flower action here. Hood closed to gentrifiers. Yeah, they want to keep it all black now. It was all well and good when it was, everything was black owned and everything, which is great. It should be the metropolis with the most wealth for the black community. This could be like Atlanta North. Atlanta's got a strong African American or black folk community. I like going with that better, black folk. They got a strong middle and upper class in Atlanta, but Detroit can be the same thing. All right. So anyways, I made it home. See, I got 43 minutes. Sorry about that glitch earlier. I never preview the tapes, and sometimes you either get a bad tape or it tells you the heads need to be cleaned or whatever. There's kind of a sliver of a moon there. Can you guess what the percentage is? Ooh, plane action. It's 32.6, and it's a waning crescent. So as we speak, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller till we get the new moon. It's like 0%. All right, this is Masco Corporation, or at least it used to be. Now Ford owns that property, and they store a lot of Ford F-150s on the lot. But a good cloud day here just after sunset. And, I came home and I had the munchies, so bacon goes with everything. So it goes with onions, and it goes with sausage and pork and beans. Because you get pork and beans, and they only have 1 sliver of bacon. So when you can add more bacon, but that was good. All right, that was the end of that. Yeah, that was rib sticking also. Bacon is terrific, too. I love it. I get that thick-cut bacon. All right, Honolulu Blue screen. And as promised, what do I have? I'm going to have 15 minutes of retro video. Okay, press play. Yeah, we're going to go back in time. The 126th running of the Kentucky Derby. This was... I'll give you the actual, I think it was May 6th of 2000. I know it was 2000. On this tape, I had a 3-day weekend. I went with some friends, and we rented an RV. And we went, there was like maybe 8 to 10 of us in an RV. It was crazy. We had a lot of fun. All right, so here at Churchill Downs, and we just got infield tickets, and back then you could get infield tickets, but you were still able to walk through the paddock area, out back through the main grandstands. You just couldn't go into the seating area, but you could walk under the concourse, and this is the area where you want to see everything. This is really cool to see all this. But I don't know when it was, 4 or 5 years ago or just after COVID or during the COVID years, they said, hey, if you got an infield ticket, that's all you can see is you're going to stay on the infield. You can't go across and see what's on the other side. And you want to see where the well-heeled people are, where the well-dressed people. Oh, there's the Twin Spires. I think this is before they even made the major improvements to the grandstand area. They added in and went vertical. So yeah, this is like the paddock area. You can get the odds and everything coming up, but you can watch the horses before they enter the track. And yeah, you can look up at the balcony area and see all the fancy people with their bonnets and everything. Because people certainly dress up. This is a place to see and be seen kind of thing. There's the finish line. Oh, and the tickets have just gone astronomical for what they can charge for these places now. Yeah, one credit card might not do it anymore. You might need to bring 2 or 3 credit cards because, yikes. Or take out a home equity loan. Yeah, you can easily go over $1,000 for some of these things, and certainly if you have a suite and all that. But infield tickets were, I think, $80 now. It was a hot day, yeah, so a lot of people take off their shirts. But now I think it's even more so where people get dressed up and really, wear some outlandish outfits, which is cool. And the guys have stepped up their game. It used to be just the ladies, but the guys are wearing colorful outfits now. But you go under back to the infield here, the tunnel, and this is where the heathens hang out. The party animals. But, oh, look, beat action. Wow-wee. Single dose relief. Yeah, some people are going to need all that. When you get on the infield, it's more of the younger crowd. There's certainly a mix, but yeah, the college age crowd and all that. I would have been 40 back in this thing. Looks like Elvis and his buddies and his band or whatnot. Yeah, the people watching, it's just, if you're college age and all that, this is your wheelhouse. This is, you can frolic amongst your friends and, your generation. The baby boomers have long passed the torch. All right, this is race 8, was it? Oh, a spilled drink. Oh, I think this is illegal. I don't think you're supposed to do that. A lot of people will sneak in moonshine, but that would be like breaking the law. You're not supposed to do all that. I think, we got a race going on here. thing but a lot of hooting and hollering. And I think they got a high definition screen now. This is definitely an all-American event. So despite the cost, you still owe it yourself to do it at least once in your lifetime. Put it on your bucket list to check it out. But let's see the board here. Yeah, they have a high-definition TV now. It's a lot better than that. That was not too clear at all. Oh, whoa. What have we got going on here? Oh, no. Hide the women and children. Hopefully I don't care. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh. That can't. Oh. It was going so well, and then that had all happened. I apologize, but yeah, that got the crowd all in a tizzy. The Goodyear blimp was up there. There's a cameraman with a view, good angle up there. Yeah, you never know what you're going to see. You certainly have to be careful. But yeah, this is the way people were back in 2000. Uh-oh. Oh. These guys that I went with, they're Michigan State fans. And they hate Michigan with a passion. There's no love lost between those schools. And MSU, I think, hates Michigan more than they actually hate Ohio State. And Michigan fans hate Ohio State probably number one, and then Spartans number two. But, yeah, look at the aftermath here. Wowee. Look at the litter bugs. People can't pick up after themselves. But, yeah, you know, people come out here early in the morning, like for the first race, and by the end of the afternoon or derby time, people are 2 sheets to the wind, so to speak. So there is some debauchery going on. I don't know. They've probably cleaned things up because as we've matured and gotten older, you don't see as many crazy scenes. Yeah, we're going to check under the main grandstand area again. Wowee Kazowie. Yeah, the hats are a big thing. Oh, no. Oh. People doing things out in public. they ought to be ashamed of themselves. You know, what do they say? Quote unquote, they say, get a room. All right, back then you can look at the prices a lot cheaper. Damn, inflation. It has reared its ugly head. But yeah, people watching is where it's at, really. To walk around, looks like this is commercialized. Look, Pizza Hut, Express, Grillworks. Yeah, you got to buy like a grandstand ticket to get in here now. And I think the prices probably start around $300. I always do the infield thing, so I never much worry about tickets. But I have walked through the main grandstand area in years past. Kind of slippery sometimes. I'm a little bit of a weasel when it comes to that. If there's a will, there's a way. You try to get as many angles as possible. Now, they have 12 races, if I'm not mistaken, in the Derby now. And the Derby's like the 10th race, and then they have 2 after. But it looked like the Derby was the 8th race there. I'm not quite sure. I didn't preview this thing. I just knew I had a few minutes at the end to tack on videos, so I wanted to check it. Yeah. So I walked up. Once the seating restrictions and the ushers don't check as much once the Derby race is over, so you can get an idea. This is the old part of the grandstands. They've revamped a lot of these things now. But yeah, this is the way it was back in the day. Back in my younger days when I was a younger whippersnapper. But I don't think you can count someone that's 63 years old as a whippersnapper no more. All right, well, here's another race. You can see off yonder. They started at the opposite end of the track. So I got about less than 2 minutes left here. Exciting, but folks, I'm going to have to cut this short. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day, night, evening, morning, afternoon, weekday, weekend, whatever. Just, relax. Take a deep breath. But yeah, enjoy yourself.